For today's little adventure, we're going to be making banana bread, okay? We're going to use 1 cup, you can use butter or oil. I'm using oil because I have oil. 2 cups of sugar, 4 eggs beaten well, 6 to 7 bananas mashed, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And you can add nuts if you want to. If you want to add nuts, you would do 1/2 cup. I'm not doing nuts because my kids do not like them in banana bread. So what I'm going to do is I am going to spray. You can use other things, but I use spray. But I'm going to do 5 small loaf pans because my problem is when I do 1 big loaf pan, it doesn't cook all the way through in my oven without making the top 2 brown. So I've discovered making small breads instead of big large breads works better for me in my oven. So I'm just going to spray them down. And I'll spray more when I get off in a minute. I'm just kind of doing the bottom for the moment. So, but you want to get the sides all around because you don't want it to stick. That's the first thing I'm going to do. 2 is to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. 2 cups of sugar. We're going to add 1 cup of oil. You can use 1 cup of butter. I just don't have butter handy. So I'm going to, it says cream, but I'm going to mix it together. So we're going to cream the oil and the sugar together until it's nice and smooth. And then after that, we're going to add our eggs. Together are 4 eggs. And then add them to the butter mixture. Stir that in right there. Mixed. Put the bananas in with the eggs, sugar, and oil. So we mix them together. And now we're going to do our dry ingredients. Together 1 teaspoon of salt with 2.5 cups of flour. And I gotta get my. And then 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Not baking powder, but baking soda. So, 1. And then 2. And then we're going to sift this together, which... Alright guys, I only have 1 hand and I don't have a way to like, really... So you're gonna be very up close and personal with the sifter right now. Okay. I'm gonna sift it because I can't do it with 1 hand at the moment. I don't have a place to hold this. Okay, so I'm gonna sift the flour, and now we're gonna add our flour to our mixture, and we're gonna stir it together. We're not gonna use my we're gonna stir it together, and we're gonna mix well, and then we're gonna put it into our 5 separated pans for baking. Okay. We're going to do that, and then for that we're going to bake it. So I'm going to mix this together and then I'll separate into the different pans. Put them about halfway full or pop them in the oven for 45 minutes and then check them, and then we'll see if they're done. If not, cook them a little bit longer. Cook the banana bread for about 55 minutes, and this is what it looks like. So it'll be yummy to eat later, and that's all I got. So thank you for joining us for today's little adventure. Please watch next today's little adventure.